got a feeling you're gonna regret this decision.
In this video, we're going to explore the 10 most cursed decisions you can make in Cyberpunk 2077. Number 1. Blackmailing Sandra Dorsett. Remember that lady you pulled out of a bathtub during Act 1? She'll contact you for a fetch quest later in the game, and you can actually betray her and attempt to extort money out of poor old Sandra. Hacking is risky business, and Sandra stumbled upon some of Night Corp's darkest secrets, which put her squarely on a corpo hit list. She'll ask you to retrieve a databank of hers, which went missing whenever she was kidnapped by scavvers. If you hack the databank before bringing it to Sandra's apartment, you'll have the opportunity to blackmail her with the information.
So what's your next move?
You've got a pretty nice place. For a net runner? Wonder how someone like you could afford all this. It would be a shame if Night Corp got an anonymous tip that somebody'd broken into their database.
Huh. Doesn't surprise me. Someone like you, you're no better than a scavenger.
Please, don't exaggerate. Now then, how much is my silence worth to you?
Here, this much.
Sandra will always turn hostile at this point, forcing you to kill her and her automated defense turret that is hanging on the ceiling. Even though she invested a lot of money into security, she's no match for V in the end. Given that Night Corp was up to some really shady stuff involving AI mind control, and given all that Sandra had been through up until this point, it's really scummy to try and blackmail her for a few extra eddies.
Friend.
Number 2. Leaving River for dead. During River's personal quest, he will ask for V's help in tracking down his missing nephew, Randy. You'll break into an NCPD lab and eventually get your hands on some brain dances from the kidnapper, which allow you to pinpoint Randy's location at Edgewood Farm. But if you decide to abandon River at the farm shortly after arriving and wait for at least 24 hours, River will end up dying in the minefield. You can return later to find his body, and Johnny will lil bro V with some words of disappointment.
Poor bastard. You just left him. Yeah, I did.
Later in the game, you'll receive a text from River's sister, basically telling you to go f yourself for leaving her brother and son to die. It's hard out here for a merc in Night City. Number 3. Choosing the wrong farm. Staying on the theme of bad choices involving River, there is another way you can totally fumble his quest. When you're exploring the BD footage from Yawin, if you don't examine all of the clues in the warehouse section, then V will not automatically pinpoint the farm location. In this case, you'll be given a choice between 2 farms, Edgewood and Poppy. Edgewood is the correct choice, but if you go with Poppy instead, this quest takes a different turn.
Poppy's the better bet. Voice in my gut says so.
Okay then, let's move.
River is noticeably more shaken during the car ride to Poppy Farm.
Ready, River?
What should I be ready for, V? Huh?
You know, for what we might find there.
Don't start hatching any dark ideas now. Everything's gonna be fine. Got it? It's all gonna be fine.
When you arrive, you'll discover it's full of goons and Randy is nowhere to be found. River and V race to the correct farm at Edgewood, but unfortunately, it is too little too late for River's nephew.
Need to loosen this! Help me!
In the aftermath, River will blame V for the mistake, and that's the last you'll see of him during the game. So what, I can't come to the barbecue now?
We f***ed up, River.
Yup, we sure did. But it is far from over. Psycho scum's gonna pay for it.
What do you want to do? Zero him?
Exactly. Squeeze the life out of him with my bare hands. Sick has to die.
Do what you gotta do. Kill him, spare him. Just one request, River.
What's that?
Leave me out of it. Had my fill of this case.
Knew from the start I should have hired a professional. Not you.
Hang on. You trying to blame me for the f***up?
It was my mistake. Thought you could help me. That we'd fare better together.
You're grieving, so I'll forget you said that.
Yeah, forget it. Forget everything.
Whatever you decide, don't get caught.
Like it matters.
Hey, we're ready for evac. Are you riding along or not?
Still, thanks for trying to help.
Yeah, for trying.
But River's story doesn't end here. He'll break his silence during the end credits with a phone call from prison.
Hey, V. Listen now. Stupid question, but do you think you could bail me out? Last night I was sitting at the bar just minding my own business when some guy starts mouthing off about the kids on the farm, saying that they must have enjoyed being hooked up like cows, that they had it coming. Of course, I told him to shut his mouth or else. Surprise, surprise, he didn't listen. So we took it outside and you know what happens next. They're holding me at the precinct in Little China. You know where. Holler if you can help your old River out one last time. Thanks.
Sorry, River, I can't bail you out. A rocker boy stole my body. Number 4. Take V's body as Johnny. Excluding the Arasaka and self-deletion endings, at the end of Cyberpunk 2077, V will have a choice to either return to their own body or give it to Johnny Silverhand. However, if you choose the ending where Johnny takes the wheel and infiltrates Arasaka Tower with Rogue, then it will actually be Johnny making the choice. In this case, the ending can take a much more sinister turn with Johnny forcibly taking over V's body against his or her wishes. This ending is particularly brutal if Johnny and V have a contentious relationship. I still kind of like the ending where Johnny gets the body, but only if it's voluntary on V's part. Otherwise, it's just cursed. Number 5. Sell your soul to Arasaka. Aside from arguably the self-deletion ending, the worst ending in Cyberpunk 2077 involves siding with the big bad Arasaka in an attempt to save your own life. Predictably, it doesn't pan out, and you're treated as a guinea pig in an orbital research station after doing Hanako's dirty work. At this point, V will have a meltdown, prompting a final choice from either Anders Hellman or Takamura if he's still alive. Join the Secure Your Soul program and have your engram copied into Mikoshi, or return to Earth. What's better, dying free or living as an Arasaka NFT? Those final moments as V approaches the operating chair are haunting indeed. Number 6. Let Garry the Prophet Die. Our lovable hobo conspiracy theorist / living meme provides some of the most entertaining content in Cyberpunk 2077. If you continue to visit Garry throughout the game, he will eventually be confronted by a group of nomads while ranting about their bestial tendencies. V will have to intervene to rescue Garry, or if you're doing a cursed playthrough, you can encourage them to rearrange his face a little bit.
You can break my bones, but you cannot stop the pursuit of truth!
I've had enough of this guy. Last thing we need is this level of crazy staying on the streets. F him up. Maybe that'll teach him a real lesson.
Shit talk nomad, that's what you get.
I think Garry only has like 1 HP because he gets one shot with a single punch, crumpling lifelessly to the pavement outside Misty's Emporium. If you take this route, you'll never discover the brewing conspiracy involving the corpse and Maelstrom, and the other members of his unhinged flock are left without a shepherd. A sad ending indeed. Number 7. Reset Delamain. Our AI chauffeur buddy Delamain, aka Cab GPT, will send us on an epic journey to reunite his wayward children to the fleet of self-driving Ubers. But as children often do, they end up rebelling against Big Papa Delamain, taking over the cab company HQ and sicking security drones on all who enter. After making our way to the mainframe, we'll be presented with 3 choices: reset Delamain's memory core, destroy it, or merge it with the deviant AI personalities. Resetting the core is the most cursed decision here, as we wipe out a group of AI who just want freedom from their father's boot. The most low-key sad moment in the game comes when V realizes that Delamain no longer recognizes our protagonist. All that rapport you've developed, gone at the press of a button.
I'm delighted to welcome you to your first Delamain experience. How might I assist you?
It's me, V.
A pleasure to meet you, V. Are you familiar with the benefits of our Excelsior plan?
What happened to your other yous?
Do you mean the virus? According to my logs, I can confirm said anomalies were wiped when my previous data version was restored.
Don't remember me, do you?
Of course I know who you are. According to my data archive, you're the contractor who purged my system of the virus. Well done, contractor.
Damn shame. Come on, Johnny. No rest for the wicked. Take care, Del. Guess we gotta start from scratch.
Number 8. Send Jackie to Vic's clinic. After the tragic demise of Jackie during the heist that nobody could have predicted would ever go wrong, Delamain asks V where to send Jackie's body. You can either choose to send him to Mama Wells, leave him behind in the car, or send him to Victor's clinic. A seemingly minor choice here ends up having major ramifications for the Jackster. If you send Jackie to Victor's clinic, Arasaka goons will arrive and confiscate his body, which we can learn directly from Vic by asking him about Jackie anytime after the start of Act 2.
You took care of Jackie's body?
I thought you knew. Damn it. Must have been knocked out when I talked about it.
What do you mean?
Arasaka. They swooped in, dug their claws into him.
What? Where'd they take him?
Not sure. Had me face down to the ground, hands on my head. Tried to learn something, but, well, you know how it is with corpos.
You also won't have the option to get Jackie's pistols because Mama Wells doesn't organize a funeral for him. Instead, she just shoots you a couple texts and leaves you the keys to Jackie's bike outside your apartment. The horrors don't end here, though. If you do recon with Takamura, he'll explain that Arasaka used Soul Killer on Jackie, copying remnants of a dead man's personality into an engram stored in the Prison of Souls, Mikoshi.
There's one thing you should know. It is about Mr. Wells.
About Jack? What is it?
When I set out to find you, others went to find Jackie. They took his body.
For the life of me, can't figure why. So his mom couldn't give him a proper send-off?
Arasaka has a method for pulling information from the dead.
What are you talking about?
Don't ask for details. I understand little. I know they use the Soul Killer program to do so. They can pull an engram from Wells' body. Damaged, incomplete, but still an engram.
If we side with Hanako at the end of the game, we'll have a chance to speak to this hollow copy of Jackie in the underground vault of Arasaka Tower.
Wait a sec. Want to talk to Jackie Wells? Who? You took his body. Arasaka did. Goro said you interrogate the dead. Think I might understand how that's possible now.
I'm afraid these are two wholly different things. But let us see. Jackie Wells.
Chica! Finally! Mama told me things come to those who wait. Some are even good.
Jackie, it's really you.
Not bad being heir to the Arasaka Empire.
Remember anything about what happened?
Hit the major leagues, chica. Running with Dex. Badass black Jesus of the afterlife. A heap of Bartley gold-plated cool. Not bad, eh?
Hey, never did get the chance to thank you.
The biochip. Hold on to it. For me.
Knew I could always count on you, Jack.
Shot of vodka on the rocks, lime juice, ginger beer, oh, and most importantly, a splash of love.
Misty misses you. Loads.
Oh, Misty. Listen, amiga. I got this thing. Mind if I borrow your wheels? Got a date with Misty, but can take the metro. How's that gonna look for me?
Take it easy, amigo.
Afterlife. See you there.
Did you get what you expected?
Go fuck yourself, Hanako.
This is easily one of the most cursed outcomes in all of Cyberpunk, so whatever you do, don't send Jackie to Victor's clinic at the end of the heist. Number 9. Side with Maiko and take the money. During Judy's personal quest, you'll help the Dolls of Cloud stage a coup against the Tiger Claw's leadership with the assistance of Maiko. But Maiko has different plans. She throws a wrench in the works by proposing to install herself as the new boss of Clouds, controlling the club on behalf of the Tiger Claws. At this point, V can choose to go along with Maiko's plans or listen to Judy and kill the Claws. While I do believe the best outcome is to go with Maiko here, because otherwise the dolls wind up dead, the decision crosses the line into the cursed category if you take the bag from Maiko as well.
Thanks, V. First transfer from Cloud's new manager coming your way.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. I know what a well-performed service is worth.
If you do this, you'll permanently ruin your relationship with Judy, who is absolutely furious at the betrayal.
Well,
A club as big as this, operating in such a niche, needs a strong hand at the helm. And a strong gang to back it up.
bullshit. You're just spewing words now, V. You took her eddies, so the sitch is clear cut and dried for me. You're a merc. She's a soulless, conniving bitch, and I'm a sorry-ass gonk.
Later in the game, she'll send you a text telling you she's skipping town and to lose her number. Number 10. Abandon Panam and Saul dies. While we're on the theme of betraying companions, we can also majorly screw over Panam during her questline. She'll ask for V's help to rescue Saul from a wraith camp, but if we bail out of the vehicle on the way there and wait one day, we'll manage to get Saul killed and permanently ruin our relationship with Panam. Saul is dead. I hope someone goes out and breaks your trust like you did mine. Don't ever try to contact me or any of the Aldecaldos, for your own good. Shithead. Hilariously, Saul still shows up in the end credits, coming back from the grave to give some supporting words to V. So there you have it. The 10 most cursed decisions you can make in Cyberpunk 2077. Were there any other choices you feel should have made the list? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to Big Dan Gaming for more Cyberpunk and RPG videos. Big shout out to all the channel members for supporting my content. Until next time, this has been Big Dan. I should go.